Good evening, crypto miners. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show we're gonna have here tonight, or this morning if you are somewhere else in the world. We have InVar with us, and I think we have Mr. Kenji, the founder, with us as a guest to talk about InVar with us. So welcome everyone to Crypto Miners, and Mr. Kenji, are you with us? You have to unmute yourself, sir. We can't really hear you. Are you on the PC or telephone? You need to be on telephone to be able to speak.
Hello. I'm
Oh,
here.
there you
I'm
are.
here.
Good. Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Welcome,
Hello,
Kenji.
everyone. Yeah. Thank you.
Welcome to Crypto Miners. Yeah, let's start this off. Before we start, we do not give any financial advice during this session, but we wish to give you more knowledge about this project and help you a bit on your way in your own research. So, Invar and Kenji, maybe we start with you introducing yourself a little bit, maybe the team behind this project, and then we go from there.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Sure. My pleasure. Yeah. Thanks to having me today. And I'm Kenji. I'm the founder of InVar Finance, and I used to serve in traditional finance industry. To be the fintech product manager, and also being a financial analyst before for designing the product, and have several research on invest financial product and investment. And right now, I lead my team. Our team are based in Taiwan, in Asia, and we have the mission to build out the HyFi protocol, the hybrid financial protocol. And so, which means we want to combine both the advantage from TradFi and DeFi, and we want to build in the bridge by bringing TradFi into crypto world. So that's why we, in our early stage, we first launched our flagship product, the Invaria, which is our logo right now. Invaria is a real world asset, so-called the RWA in short, the real world asset tokenization platform. We utilize NFT as a credential, as a medium to combine and connect those benefit from real world, which means you can treat it as Invaria as a new type of NFT yielding platform. By going to Invaria, you have chance to access those variable productive real world assets. For example, real estate, industrial, equipment, corporate debt, something like that. You can access those variable high-end real world asset easily with your MetaMask, with your stablecoin, and you can claim those yield, claim those benefit from underlying asset easily. So that's what we do, and that's our early stage by building the foundation, the infrastructure to tokenize and fractionalize the real world asset and bring those real data and real economy into crypto space. Yeah, thank you.
So, how big is the team behind this project?
Right now it's like around 8 people. Not so big because we are really early and we are a young team in crypto. This is like our first project, but we have like long-term perspective on that. We are long-term plan, and we have like two base, one in Taiwan and another in Bahrain, in Middle East. Yeah, and mostly a team member are product developer.
But this team has worked together before in some other context then, or are they all new to each
Yeah.
other?
Some of our team are work together before in crypto exchange, the CX centralized exchange. So we have some experience and some a unique operation insight for managing the crypto project. Yeah.
Okay, so I thought maybe you had a real life company behind this, and now you're going into crypto. Is that correct? Did you start this as a crypto project, or did you start it as a company with other assets?
Yeah, we certainly have a company for doing this. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but this company is only focusing in crypto. Yeah, but used to,
Okay, okay.
before we are like our team member, some of our team member are the colleague from from the company from the other company, other crypto company before. Yeah.
Okay, you had another crypto company before this one.
Yeah, it's like we work for the centralized exchange before, and then after
Okay,
that
okay.
we jump off and build out something we really want, and we think is promising for the future. Yeah, to get
So
together.
that's why you met the rest of the team, you mean? You met them on another crypto project, and now you're doing this
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
Okay, good. All right, so and the project is, as far as I understood, you own one building already, which is worth over $20 million. Is that correct?
Oh yes, yeah. The Amach 20 is the luxury service apartment located in Bahrain in Amach Island, and we use it as our first MVP, the first experience to do the real estate tokenization product, and the total variation it is more than 20 million, but we cut off half of the variation, and to set a cap, the maximum cap for that, for the tokenization service. Yeah.
So you started with a company and bought this building, and now you're doing the building into NFTs that you sell to people so they can buy a share of the building.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
that
we
correct?
do the property investment in this building before our product development. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How did you raise the funding for buying that building?
It's like raised by ourselves through private placement through our angel investor. Yeah.
Okay, so you had VCs or investors who helped you buy this building, and now you're making a project with NFTs.
Yeah.
Because you don't have a token, do you? Do you have a token as well?
No,
Or are you planning
not
to
yet.
bring out a token? No, okay.
We have
So, sorry?
Yeah, we have the plan of our tokenomics, but not yet to release. It's under the final design right now. We just launched
Okay.
the NFT.
So what is the main purpose of this project then? Why did you feel that you had to start this? What is the problem in the crypto space that you're trying to solve with this project?
Uh, I think the biggest problem is about not so many crypto user can understand what we are doing and understand why crypto ecosystem to bring TradFi need to bring real world asset into the system. That's the biggest problem, and it's like a biggest barrier for us to reach those ideal investor, to reach audience, and share what we saw, and educate them about this part. You know. So
Okay,
yeah.
so your main purpose is to try and find new people who are not into crypto and maybe show them that how NFTs can be used in the real world, or
Yeah, it's like we didn't we certainly have some like targeted audience, but however we think that this type of this type NFT is like a new type, right? It's not a utility NFT. It's like financial NFT, but which is backed by real stuff. So, which means the value from this originally from this NFT is solid, and also with like zero correlation to the crypto, right? So I believe this kind of new type of NFT could benefit from most of the investor, no matter you are crypto native, no matter you are Web2 users, no matter you are newbie in this space, right? But however, like I said, the biggest problem is that if we talk anything about this to crypto native, they don't think this kind of NFT is worth to them to invest, right? Because they are like, as you know, crypto native, they are so get used to high volatility in the space, and they are chasing those high return, right? High volatility environments. However, this our type of our NFT or this new type of NFT have a different characteristic compared to existing NFT, right? Like those profile picture NFT or gaming NFT. This type of NFT have like a stable price, low volatility, and also have like comparatively low return, but with less risk, right? So for 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 crypto native side, they may willing to take chance to gamble in a new token or those high volatility NFT, maybe something new or something in the top 10 or top 100 NFT, right? But however, in the other side, for those like Web2 user or for those newbies in the space, they have like a little bit knowledge, a little bit experience about NFT investment, and also they may not understand why how this real world asset NFT could works and how could they take benefits to them. So it is no matter which side is, it all needs like education, and that's why we need keep crypto miners. We need to do to the space or event or campaigns to let more people to understand what we're doing and why this sector is so important for the good of economy, for the good of the crypto economy, for the good of their investment. Yeah.
Okay, so let's try and understand this from a practical point of view. If I want to invest in this project, how can I do that? Well, I buy this NFT. How much does it cost? How much does an NFT cost?
Yes. We launched our first one, which you already mentioned. The cost is like 2,000 USDC in stablecoin for one fractionalized real estate backed NFT, the Amount 20 NFT for 2,000 USDC, and the basic interest they will get is like fixed income. You know, when you stake the NFT in our website, you will get like 12% annual yield, 12% APR, which is all priced in USDC. So that is very easy to understand, and it's really simple, and it's like another channel you can store your wealth, store your stable, and accumulate your wealth, and backed by real estate, backed by real property. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not sure I heard how much I buy for the NFT.
Yeah, it's 2,000 USDC.
Two what? Two?
2 grand, 2,000.
2,000. Ah,
Yeah,
2,000.
yeah,
Sorry. Okay.
yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
2,000
Okay.
USDC. Yeah,
$2,000
yeah,
for one NFT.
yeah.
And then I get how much of the building do I buy? Do I buy a window? Do I buy a
Uh,
door?
uh
How much
yeah.
do I
I,
get?
I want to clear your question. Is that in our first product we didn't like sell off the property rights, which means we didn't sell off the ownership or fractionalize the ownership and distribute to lend to you. Is that we actually tokenize the economic value. We tokenize the rental, the cash flow from the property, and distribute those rentals to you. So when you own at least maybe one NFT from Inveria, you will have rights to claim the rental, claim the yield generated from the
Okay, okay.
property. Yeah,
So you bought this building and you rented it out to several companies or people who wants to rent
yeah,
places in this building, and they pay the rent, and the rent goes then to the holders of the NFT. Is that correct?
yes, correct.
Okay, okay. And that's approximately 12%, you said, in
Yeah, yeah,
yield
yeah. APR.
a year then. Okay.
Yeah. But I want to mention is that that's our first one, and we are preparing to our second one. The second one will be have like a lower price, where will be like around $300, 300
Mm-hmm.
USDC, and through our second one is that we using the newest the novel NFT standard, which is the ERC certified 25, also called the semi-fungible token. It's a new type of NFT, and with this new
Okay.
type of NFT, you don't need to stake. From our first one, you need to stake to earn, right? But however, within our second model, the iteration model, it will be you just hold, you hold it, and those real rights, those real yield will
So the owner
associate.
of the NFT, no matter what, gets the rewards.
Yes, and then and also you can have like further utility. You can spill your NFT into several parts, and you can merge NFT from the
Oh, you
others.
can split it. Okay, I can
Yeah,
buy two and merge it to one. Okay.
yeah. So we are like a first we are in the frontier of this type of NFT. Because we are like a first adopter by using this novel NFT standard into tokenization service. Yeah.
Okay. And that's what this NFT does mainly. But you are building a metaverse as well.
Yeah, we are not actually building the metaverse. It's that we want to add some metaverse elements into our product design, because we don't want to our website looks really tradition. You know what I mean? We don't want it's just like listing houses there, and
Mm-hmm.
people just deposit and withdraw. We want to be more interesting, because we believe that uh, we need to have some crypto culture within our product design, and make more interesting element, and we can create and consolidate our community with more, not just earning yield, you know.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But how many buildings are you planning to buy, or is it like unlimited? You're just buying one at a time and then sell out the NFTs and then buy next, or?
Not actually. We didn't set a plan for purchasing process, but we certainly have some initial plan. But however, is that uh we want to build up the 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 well function, well management model first, the infrastructure for tokenization, which means the ultimate version, the end status for Inveria will be an open platform to tokenize your real world asset. So which means if you are the asset owner, right, no matter what kind of asset you own, if those assets can pass our due diligence process, and you can onboarding your asset on Inveria, and you can tokenize them, and fractionalize your property rights, or fractionalize your rentals, your cash flow, something like that, and distribute those NFT to multiple investor.
Oh, so I could sell my
Yeah,
house as NFT then, that I
yeah,
live
yeah,
in if I
yeah,
want.
yeah, yeah.
All
That's
right.
a
Maybe not,
ultimate.
but
Yeah.
all right. That's interesting. Okay, so this first building you have now already, and you're gonna buy your second one, and how how big is it? I mean, how can I, as a token owner, then how can I be sure that you really own the building, that that's your building, or I mean, how's the security working with this project? How are you
Yeah,
securing people to
yeah,
trust you?
yeah. We decide like the trust minimized model. Is all about the coordination between on chain and off chain. For on-chain is simple, right? We make as transparency as possible, so everyone can see our smart contract, can see the treasury fund, can see our audit report. We do all audit in the first place, and in the other side is that off-chain we have like a off-chain legal agreement, and we have like the purchase property purchasement agreement with the real estate developer. And we already complete those legal contracts with the real estate management corporation. Is like setting out the SPV, the special purpose vehicle, right, for isolating those property and risk, and which means the SPV, the asset management corporation, they need to have the agreement with us because we are issuer, token issuer, to make sure the NFT holder can claim their interest without any risk with those property as collateral. So it's like the type of over collateralization model within our
All right.
mechanism. Yeah, yeah.
All right. I think we have a couple of questions in here for people who wants to ask. I see some hands raised here. Are you ready for some questions? Is there something else you want to tell us before?
Uh, yeah. I want to add more things that like I sure already is that we launched the first one, right, and right now we are on the final timing to our past NFT. We launched our past NFT this month in February, and this past NFT is a utility type NFT because like I said, the challenge and problem for us is that not all not all the people understand the RWS sector and why we need real world asset development, because this sector is underestimated, is undervalued, but with 100% grounding, it's really practical and really solid compared to building something upon air, right? So we want to issue this pass MT. The first reason is that we want to reward our early adopter. We have like nearly 100 early adopter who maintain our on March 20 the first real estate fractionalization NFT last year, and right now we want to reward them, which means we issue this pass NFT. And then the second purpose is that we want to bring more supporter, or maybe someone they got interest, but they didn't want to spend like 2,000 in the first place. They can have chance to mint this NFT with very little entry barrier, lower entry barrier, and to be a community. And with this passive NFT, you have like a multiple privilege. It's like the highest credential within our ecosystem. It can be like a membership, like VIP. It can have like a multiple benefit by holding this NFT. So it's really worthy to have the first NFT which correlated to real world asset, and with solely value back, and with multiple utility. So our public sale is approaching. It's like 6 hours later. So if you really want to support us, you want to be part of real world asset, you want to be an early adopter and pioneer in real world asset investment, I recommend you to have one and to mint our pass MT on our website. 6 hours later in first March. Yeah.
So if you want to participate and be one of the first holders, You have to buy it before tomorrow, practically.
Yeah, it's like we open public mint tomorrow, and so
Okay, okay.
yeah, you don't need to have the real estate NFT in the first place. You can
A-
just mint our pass, but
And
it's limited.
the minimum to, oh, okay. How much is the pass then? How much does that cost?
Total supply is 500, and right now it's like left like 300 more, and the mint coin is point 0.1 ETH.
Okay, 0.1
Yeah,
ETH.
yeah,
And you go to your web page to buy that.
yeah. You can buy that before 15 March, on like 14 days for
Okay,
the
14
immediate. Yeah,
days. Okay, not
yeah.
first Mars. Okay, all right. Interesting. Good. All right. Can we have some people up here for questions now? Are you ready for that?
Yeah, sure, no problem.
All right. I'm going to unmute. I see Donna up here. Hello, Donna. Nice to see you. I see Matt. Let's see who comes first. Ladies first, maybe. Good evening down under. Donna, can you hear me?
Oh, hi, Mary. Yeah, sorry, it just keeps
Hi.
breaking out on me, so I'm not sure if you can hear me.
I can hear you. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for having me up, and well, congratulations for bringing your project into the space. One of the questions that I'd like to ask in regards to the fractionalized NFT model, and you're talking about property, is, for example, if I was to buy the fractionalized NFT, and you mentioned that there is a 12% APR, is there a time frame that that NFT is going to be valid for? That's the first question. And what, in terms of, because to me, it sounds like it's a security, it's a security. What is the, I suppose, ramifications for users buying it in terms of the tax consequences on them? I seem to think that as a security or anything that you buy, yes, you declare it, but if it's being yielded for 12 months here in Australia, it's subjected to capital gains, but then it gets reduced. Can you clarify that a little bit, or is that something off scope?
Can you? Did you hear the question? You have to unmute yourself.
Yes. I maybe answer the second one first. For second one is because uh the user is come from a different region, different countries, so uh we can provide the specific test advice to you, but I don't have the absolute answer for your test concern and problem, because it will be different in different jurisdiction and different countries. Okay, and then for the first one will be like uh, uh I, I forgot the first one. What is the first one? Sorry.
Can you repeat your first question, Donna?
Oh, sorry, there was a bit of a delay. So without
Okay.
understanding the property market and the real estate portfolio you have, using the fractionalized model, I was just wondering, is there a time frame for
Okay.
that user?
Yeah. Time frame is for our first one. The time frame is 1 year. 1 year. Horizon.
So,
So which means after 1 year you can redeem and burn your NFT. You can redeem your initial capital and burn your NFT. Yeah.
yep. So on the 2,000 that I invest into it, I get the 12% and burn that NFT or redeem it. Yeah.
Yeah, the 12% is accrual day by day. You can claim your interest anytime you want. But for the initial capital, the 2,000 will be able to redeem after 1 year lockup period.
Correct. Okay.
If you want, yeah.
Yep. Thank you.
Are you happy with the answer, Donna?
Sorry, I add another question. Another is that if you want to learn more about test issue, you can discuss with me after the event. Yeah.
Great, thank you. Thank you, Donna. Let's hear from Matt. Good evening, Matt.
Hello, good evening, both of you. Thanks for having me up. Have a few questions around the property itself. So if I can start with where the VCs invested to get the project started and buy the property itself, did they get a share of ownership of the property, or did they invest and get a sort of fractional share in the form of the NFTs?
Yes, I think the reason why we do our angel investor, why they invest property in first place is that like you already know, the RWA need several work and communication offline off chain, and you need to have some communication with the regulator, with government, with some real estate developer if you tokenize the real estate, right? So that's why we do investment in front of our product development. So we like for InVar Finance, our team construct the concept of InVar Finance in the end of 2021, and we spent like half of year in the first round of 2022. The last year, we spent like 6 months to dealing with the regulator in Middle East, in Bahrain, because we take compliance in front of our product, because we think it is really important if we want to build something for long term plan, right? So we spend 6 months, and we have some good relationship with the real estate developer, and we invest our initial capital into the property first. And the reason why is that is for compliance in the first place, and the second purpose is that, like I said, InVar Finance is positioning in hybrid finance protocol. When you want to do hybrid, we believe hybrid is the future. The blockchain future is about integration between the old world and new world, right? So that's why we need some channel in the traditional industry, in the traditional finance. So that's why we utilize and invest those property, not only just for our tokenization experiment or in innovation. It's more about we want to get access to those traditional banking system by using the property as a credential. You know what I mean? So that's why in the future we will our product will approach in the two channel. The one is in crypto, right, in Web3, and the one will be in Web2, in traditional banking system.
Okay, that makes sense. So just to make sure I understand correct, though, the actual, I suppose, the property deeds and the property ownership, that is owned solely by InVar, or and that's under, you have Flowbay Financial. That's your Web2 side, presumably, is it? Or
it will not owned by us. It will be owned by our intimate partnership. Like we certainly have different entity to do tokenization, right? Because for fintech side, for crypto side, we need the crypto entity for acquiring the crypto license, right, to do the crypto stuff, right? But for the real part, for the real estate, we need the real estate management corporation which own the license to manage the property, right? So we need to set up the multiple entity to do this tokenization service. So we are like a group, you know. It's like a financial group, and for InVar, it's like we are only the setter below the group, and responsible for the crypto service, but we are all under the good organization, right? So the
Yeah, no,
property ownership will owned by the setter below the group, which is the property management corporation. Yeah.
yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. And it, if I can just ask this, maybe an unlikely scenario, but it, I've read so the 12% yield is based on presumably full occupancy of all the apartments. Now, looking at the property specs, I think it's had like a full occupancy since 2015, so it looks pretty good. But if for whatever reason the occupancy level does drop, then presumably the yield will as well, I assume.
Yeah, like the yield is certainly is fluctuate, but not as much volatility compared to crypto, right? So for our first one, we have our first, this one, the luxury service apartment in Bahrain. It got the rental agreement to the tenants, which the tenant is the government entity. So it's like you know it's the government corporation who rent out all of your apartment. So it's like we got like 3 years agreement, which means we can certainly assure those future 3 years cash flow will be certain. So that's our first one. Yeah.
Okay, and sorry, final. I know I've taken a lot of time, but final question.
Sure, no problem.
If the property market in, say, I don't know, 2-3 years or however long really inflates a lot in Bahrain, and the property suddenly is worth a significant amount more, which might make it worth your while to sell the property to bank that profit, where would that leave the NFT holders in that instance? Is there a sort of plan for if the property is sold at a later date?
Oh yeah, this is a really great question. I used to answer before, and certainly like the last person, he asked, the donor asked about the time frame, right? Right now we have like 1 year lockup period. So 1 year, well, after 1 year lockup period, some people may redeem, right? Some people may want to get back their capital first, but some other may not, right? So for us, it's like, if we want to sell out all of the property to the buyers, we will make sure to clean up those NFT holder, which means we will send back their capital to them, and make an announcement before that. So that's our method to deal with this kind of situation. However, there have another option for us, is that because we are the owner, right? Like the Amaj service apartment, it got like 94 rooms, which means we can do some like fractionalized sale to the buyer if somebody willing to buy maybe 10 or 50% of the property if they want. So which means if we sell some portion of our problem, and will not influence or make impact to our NFT holder, then this kind of model could continue. So this will be a two scenario for us to providing and solve your concern.
No, that's really great. It sounds like you've really actually thought of covering every scenario. So thanks for the answers. That was brilliant. And sorry for taking so much time. Thank you.
It's okay. It's okay.
Great questions, Matt. You asked what I wanted to ask too, and I have another question that is, how, I mean, someone is holding the papers of ownership of the building, right? I don't do that as an NFT holder, and how can I be sure that that person or company does not take out a mortgage in the property?
Yeah, it's another great question. It will be review before we doing tokenization. We have like a due diligence process to make sure that, and also like I said, we will have an agreement with the owner, with the manager, right? We will have the agreement with the manager to make sure the loan to value ratio is in healthy state. So for our first one, the Armor 20 NFT, the Armor 20 service apartment is like 40 how do I say it's a net asset without any debt or any loans outside. So we tokenize the part of Armor 20 NFT for our first MVP, first product. Yeah, that's what we do. And for our second one, it will certainly using this method, this mechanism to complete whole risk assessment and due diligence process. So,
Okay.
like I said, it's all about over collateralization model, like what you see in DeFi, right? When you want to using your ETH, using your Bitcoin to borrow money in Aave or whatever else in DeFi, you need to over collateralize your asset, right?
Yeah.
That's the highest standard, highest safety label for us to do tokenization in our early stage. Yeah.
But there are so many in where I live in Sweden, there are so many laws regarding properties and buying and selling with properties, and I'm sure it could be the same in many other countries as well. So which countries' laws apply to this? Is this Bahrain where it's located, or is it where the company is?
Yeah.
Or both, maybe.
Company should locate it in Bahrain to because
Oh, okay, okay.
it
Both
need
are
to be
in Bahrain.
overseen by regulator, right?
And you have a real lawyers or solicitors, or I don't know which one it's
Yeah.
called for, but
Lawyer, auditor, accountant. You need to know the third party to complete the variation stuff, right? Maybe you need a custody, something like that, and also you need to do some report for assessing the risk and variation, something like that. So we did a lot of paperwork and communication between both multiple parties.
very good, very good. Okay, I brought up someone else to ask a question. Pepperlands, welcome up. Do you have a question?
Yeah, hello guys. Good evening. Hello Mary. Thanks so much for the opportunity. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, thanks. I just wanted to ask, since we're talking about real world assets here, and then we're talking about properties. So you said something about InVar said something about the loan to I don't know if it's the loan to I can't get the word very well, the loan to something ratio. So I want to ask how many percent is it going to be, since you're saying it's over collateralized? Yeah, so how many percent are you trying to how many percent is it going to be? Since imagine if the reward asset, because she was saying something about mortgage now. So you're trying to mortgage the property. So now how many percent can you actually how many percent of how much can you value it so that you can get, let's assume like the house is worth like let's say $100,000, or let's say $100 now, and then you're trying to get like a mortgage from the bank. Like how much can you actually get? Because since it's over collateralized, we're supposed to get something less. So is it like going to be like 60% or something lesser than that? That's my first question. And then my second question would be like, since it's going to be fractionalized, would would the decisions, if like the mortgage decisions now, would it be taken? Would a permission be asked for, since it's a group of people, because you are fractionalizing the property to different sets of people? Are you going to ask for your permissions if you want to do something like the mortgage system for that same property? So I guess those are just my two questions I just wanted to ask, since we're talking about real world assets here.
Yes. Sorry, because the voice from your side is not so clear. I already hear about the first one, and I can answer the first one first. Like the first one, like I say, is all about the over collateralization mechanism. From our early stage, from our first one, we using 50%, which means it's like a 200 collateralization ratio to doing that. So that's why we list 20 million for those tokenization market, because the how much property is the fair value of the targeted property is around in 40 million right now, and we want to tokenize the half of the building, so it's like 20 million. However, we didn't sell out. We didn't sell all the 20 million through our NFT selling, so we like a lot of buffers on that. So that's the first answer to your first question. It's about 50% right now. But however, from our experience and well management, we believe that in the future, if you want to do the RWA tokenization, the the mortgage ratio, the collateralization ratio could improve maybe to 60% or 17%, right? If the due diligence process are doing well and those legal agreement binding well, and all the like regulation frameworks doing well. Yeah,
Okay.
and yeah. Sorry, your second question is.
Yeah, my second question was, since we're talking about fractionalization now, would if someone decides to sell his own part of, let's say, part of his own share of the building, would he need to take the permission of, since it's like a group of people that have interest, or they have a hand, or it's like something like that, would he need to take a permission if he wants to sell his own part of, his own fractionalized part of that asset? That's just my second question. Like the permission part, that's just what I wanted to know.
Are you meaning like if you are the property owner, right? In real world, you want to sell out maybe the portion, the share of your property, is that feasible or not, right?
Yes, that's just that's the question. Yes.
Yeah, it depends. I can only say it depends on which country you are, because like I said, when doing this type of tokenization, it better to fit local regulation, to fit local law on this part, right? If your country, your jurisdiction didn't have clear framework for that, or maybe not friendly on that, I need to say that, because right now uh, the United States, the Japan, and the Middle East, they having a more clearly framework and regulation for crypto service provider, and also if you want to do tokenization service. So, however, if you are not in this kind of country, then it's really hard to say is that feasible or not. You know what I mean? It depends on how measure you do the tokenization. I mean, how which ways you choose to fractionalize your ownership right now. But for us, right, if we are like a legal and licensed uh tokenization service provider. And if you want to fractionalize or you want to sell out your ownership through our model, through our solution, then we can help you to do that. But we need to screening your assets and like do some due diligence work, something like that first. Yeah. So is that
Yeah. So
clear to
yeah,
you?
it's clear. It's clear. Like a third party can actually use your services to fractionalize his asset, right?
Sorry. Could you say that again?
Like a third party, like someone that has a house, can actually use your medium or use your services to actually fractionalize his asset.
If you are really the asset owner, you have the ownership, then you can do the tokenization or fractionalization service if you want through some structure is an entity structure and some tokenization model like us, like what we do. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Thanks.
Thank you, Pepper. Great questions. Yeah, it's a very interesting project, and it's lots to understand, Kenji. So yeah, thank you for coming here and telling us about it. I mean, the time flies, and I think we will have to stop now. Maybe you have another appointment soon anyway. So I will give the floor to you to make a closing statement or tell us something that we forgot to talk about. And yeah, floor is
Yeah.
yours.
I just do it quick. It's like the ultimate goal for us is that we do the tokenization first, and we bring this novel type of NFT into a space, which means if you are this novel type NFT holder, you can not just claiming the yield from real world, but also you can use this stable like NFT as a collateral to do further DeFi operation or interaction with other DeFi protocols. That's what we see in the future. The future will be like integration with this kind of NFT with real assets, something like that. So it's all about the NFT financialization. And also I want to say you don't need to have or means our real estate NFT in first place, and but you can try it by owning our ecosystem pass NFT tomorrow. So better get chance to have one and learn more about us and join our Discord to be our community manager, to be our community member, to ask us questions, something like that. And I'm really happy to be here. I'm really happy to listen to you guys. And I want to learn more from you guys as well. And I hope we can grow together in the future. Yeah. Thank you, Mary and the crypto miners today. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Kenji. It was a pleasure having you. And where is the best place, did you say, to go if they have questions unanswered now? Where is the best social place, social
Yeah.
media
Yeah. You
place?
can join our Discord.
Discord is the best.
Yeah.
Okay.
Discord. Yeah. Discord. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the link should be here in the Twitter area and also in our Telegram spaces. We can
Yes.
find
Yes.
those
Yeah. I can
in the
share.
ad for
Yeah.
the AMA. Yeah. All right. Some last questions from Mary here, and that is, what do you put on your pizza, Kenji? Do you eat pizza?
Yes.
Yeah. Do
Of
you like
course.
pineapple?
Uh. Okay. Yeah. Why? Why?
Why not? Good.
Yeah.
All right. Also, another important question for the team. Where do you see this project go, like in five years' time? What are your hopes or your vision for this project?
Yeah, like I said, our mission is hybrid finance, right? We want to construct a bridge between traditional finance and emerging finance, the DeFi. So that's why if I can see look up to 5 years, I believe we will be like the huge platform which and provides the yielding service to the Web2 user and to Web3 users. So we will have like multiple channel. You can see our product existing in traditional bank, and also you can use our product on chain.
So that's what you think, that the product that you have to tokenize or help people tokenize their assets, that's going to be the huge thing.
Yeah, tokenize is our first stage. Our
Mm-hmm.
second stage is about tokenomics. We will have our token, and we will running the hybrid product. The hybrid product is like the product which combine with the real world asset and also with DeFi. So you can invest one product, and the yield from this product is part of backed by the real estate, and the another part is backed by DeFi. So it's like structural financial product in our second stage. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. Thank you so much, Kenny, for coming. It was a pleasure having you here, and welcome back anytime and talk about your project as it progresses. And when maybe the token comes out, you can have another session with us, or maybe earlier. That would be amazing.
Yeah, sure,
And
no
thank
problem. No problem. Thank you.
and thank you everyone for coming and tuning in. I think we need one more winner, so I will say let's have an emoji, and you'll send it to me here. Show it like people doing here all the time. Let's do the 100%. 100%. Where are you? Send me 100%. And you can be one of the winners. I don't see any. Oh, there it go. I
I
saw some
see
100%.
North.
North, yeah, North. Good listening,
Yeah,
North.
congratulations.
Thank you. And thank you guys for tuning in. Have a wonderful evening, morning. Good morning in Australia, and good evening in Europe, Asia. Good night, and
Yeah,
see you soon.
yeah. Goodbye. See you guys. See you guys
Bye,
in this.
everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye, everyone.